A very pleasant good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast as we are stationed at Hanna High School for day 2 of the BISD On the Border by the Sea Volleyball Tournament, 2026 edition. 20 teams converged into Brownsville. And here in Hanna today, we'll have teams from Laredo, as Laredo Johnson is in town. The host school, Hanna, is in this gym. We also have Rio Hondo here, and Los Fresnos has traveled from Lopez up to Hanna for day 2. Our first game features Laredo Johnson and Hanna. We'll tell more about that and more. Both teams out taking warm-ups. We're live from Hanna High School. It's on the border by the sea. Back after this.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. For you, Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
Back here on our pregame show as we continue to get ready for game 1 of what will be 6 consecutive games here at Hanna High School. They're all playing to try to move over to Brownsville Veterans tomorrow, as after pool play here today, they'll reset everything and put it into brackets, and we'll establish an ultimate champion of this 2026 BISD volleyball tournament on the border by the sea. Laredo Johnson in town. And you talk about a team that has been road warriors. They haven't had a home game yet. They won't have a home game until late in September. They went 2-1 yesterday in pool play. They lost to Rivera in a 3-set thriller. They're 8-3 overall. Last week, they took the Gold Consolation Championship in Harlandale, that is. And this next week coming up, they've got a game Tuesday in San Antonio against Roosevelt. And they also have a Laredo United tournament next weekend. But again, nothing at home for this team until September. For the Hanna Lady Eagles, they come in here with a record of 6-5 overall. Last weekend, they were in the Donna tournament. They took second place in the Silver District. Tuesday, they'll be in a tri-match against Hidalgo and Donna North. And next weekend, they're back in tournament action in Port Isabel for the PI tournament. Both teams out taking warm-ups. Laredo Johnson on our left, Hanna on our right as you take a look at your screen. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. Send a shout out to other fans that may be wanting to watch these games. Let them know that we're here, we're covering the games. We're also in other gyms, in other tournament action. Mission, those fans that are tuning in looking for volleyball action for Mission, we're at that tournament. We're also at another gym located here in Brownsville today, as there are 5 gyms that are occupied with volleyball action here in Brownsville alone. But today, our focus, Hanna High School. I'm Joe Bowling. We'll be back with On the Border by the Sea after this.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
Back here on our pregame show from Hanna High School in Brownsville, Texas. It's day 2 of pool play. Our pregame show has been brought to you by Texas Southmost College and by the city of South Padre Island. We'll be transitioning into our game mode here. You see our screen, my wife Dahlia at the camera on my right-hand side. Laredo LBJ on the left, the Hanna Lady Eagles on the right-hand side. Both teams went 2-1 in pool play yesterday, and what does that mean? It means you go 2-1 today, and most likely you're going to punch your ticket into the gold bracket tomorrow. If you lose a couple of games, you're going to drop to the silver bracket, and if you go 0 for today, you may end up going down to the consolation bracket. Looming on both of these teams' schedule for today is the Los Fresnos Lady Falcons. They swept 3 games yesterday in Lopez. They'll be on the court later on. They'll eventually take on both of these teams here. And so it's imperative that the team here on this court get a win out of the gate and set themselves up to, at worst, look for a 2-1 on the day or try to go for the gold and go 3-0. Rio Hondo also in the mix is not going to be a gimme. But this game right here, 2 teams, evenly matched, 2 teams wanting to notch a victory. They break away from the huddles, make their way out onto the floor. It's a race to 25, best of 3. Yesterday at Lopez, we didn't have a set go into the 3rd game, as everything was accomplished in 2 games. Radio LBJ was extended to 3 games against Rivera yesterday. As the 2 teams meet at the net, sit back and enjoy our broadcast from Hanna. Quick break, right back with serve number 1 after this.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Back here at Hanna High School as both teams make their way onto the center court and now break away. Laredo Johnson, the Lady Wolves on the left-hand side, and the Hanna Lady Golden Eagles on the right side. Again, fans tuning in here this morning, make sure you share the link. Let fans know what platform you're watching it on. We do broadcast on various platforms. So in some cases, people may be at work, maybe at school, and may be restricted on some of the platforms, but may be able to find another way to watch the game. So do us a favor and send a shout out on social media that, hey, I'm watching the game, and other fans certainly may be wanting to find a way to watch these games, especially those in Laredo who are unable to make the trip across. Talked to Coach, and she was like, yeah, we're road warriors, and our fans, our home fans, aren't going to see us for a long while, so maybe indeed our fans out there can be watching our team through the efforts of what we're doing here in the broadcast. It'll be the Hanna Lady Eagles serving to start things off. Carla Solo makes her way back. She's a junior. This team is undersized. I asked Coach, give me some heights. He's like, I think I would rather give you some lack of height. Serve, and Laredo Johnson will set it up. A spike on the right side, and that's good for a kill. That's Kaylee Torres, a 5'9" senior, on the first point of the morning. And Laredo Johnson will now serve. Serving it across is Shanley Cuevas. Ball across. Hanna evens the score at 1 apiece. And the Lady Eagles now will get the serve. Substitution off the bench for Hanna as Stephanie Cruz, another senior on this squad, checks in. And she'll serve for the Lady Eagles. 1-1 the score. Early action here today. Serve is an ace. 2-1, Hanna on top. Across the front line for Laredo Johnson, Shanley Cuevas is as a setter. To her far side is Kaylee Torres, a 5'9" senior. And on the near side, we'll get that in just a moment. Spike across, that's a kill there for Yailene Castillo. 2-2 the score. I wouldn't expect either team to run away from the other based on just the general matchup. Valeria Calvillo checks into the game, a 5'11" sophomore on the front line now for Laredo Johnson, serving as Sofia Gonzalez. That's a freshman in the game. Hanna tip it over. Gonzalez is right there with a good pass. The setter is Cuevas, sets it up, tipped over. That's a nice play, and Calvillo gets the point. See on the replay that she saw the blockers getting there, and then no one covering on that other side. Dumped it over for the easy point. 3-2, back to live action. Hanna set it up, tip it over past the blockers. Diving play keeps that alive for Johnson, tipped over. Eagles there for that play. Looking for that back corner. Johnson with a back set. Hit across. Hanna now with a chance. Longest rally of this first set. Playing out right here. Second tip over. Hanna again there to cover that. Set it up. Swing into the net and nothing doing. They set up Annalie Cruz, the junior. Just mishit on that kill. And so now Laredo Johnson up 4-2 and serving. Gonzalez gets it across. Good pass by the Lady Eagles. The setter gets it across and then put that away with an easy kill. Makes it a 4-3 game. Back to serve for Hanna is Alexandra Segura, a junior on the team. Also the libero. She'll bring it across. Good pass by Laredo Johnson. Set it up on the far side. Big swing that time, and a great dig there by the Hanna Lady Eagles. Eagles keep it in play. Laredo Johnson set it up again. Middle hit, and down it goes. Kaylee Torres on the kill, but watch the Lady Eagles. Again, they're undersized, but they have to do this, play defense. This is a major league swing. Just a diving play back there by the libero, in that rally to keep it alive. 5-3 lead. Another serve by Laredo Johnson. Hanna will send it to the far side, across. Lady Wolves trying to get a hit out of that. They do, but Hanna's easily able to cover it. Center set, big spike by Badia. Back it comes on the other side. Another swing by Calvillo keeps it alive on the Johnson side. Hanna in the net. Johnson scores another point. 6-3 the lead. The setter for the Lady Eagles is Carlos Soto, a junior. Meanwhile, back to serve. Lady Wolves. That's Madison Martinez. She's the libero. There's a kill by Hanna. Makes it a 6-4 ball game. Substitutions in the game for Hanna now as Veronica Medina, a senior, checks in on the front row. Back to serve is Ayeli Camacho, a freshman. Long serve, carries out of bounds. We're at this venture where it's a 2 or 3 point lead, but everything controlled right now by Laredo Johnson as they're on top. Another substitution comes in. Caroline Bolanis checks in on the Laredo Johnson side. She's on the front row. She'll join Valeria Calvillo. Serve across. Anna on the return of serve. Good pass, good set. And that's off the block. Score the point to Johnson. And the Lady Wolves now have doubled up Hanna at 8-4. Camila Sandoval is serving. She's a senior for Laredo Johnson. Gets it across. Hanna with a good pass again. A high set in the middle. Quick set that time. Put it away. Look at the difference here for the Hanna Lady Eagles. Coming off the set, watch the pass, and then the quick set. It's just a quick, short loft right at the net. And the approach before the defense could get there. Lady Eagles down 8-5 and serving. Johnson with the ball on their offensive end. Get it across, angled, and Calvillo gets it down. Lady Eagles bunching everyone up at the line and then leaving a big gap on that back row. And so Calvillo with good vision there saw she just had to hit it just past the spike line to earn that point. 9-5 the score. Laredo Johnson on top. Serving now is Aileen Sepulveda. Played by Hanna. Cross the net, get it across. Johnson will set it off the net. That's Castillo on the kill. Hanna right up near the net, set it in the center. Spiked, good punch up there by Sandoval to keep this alive. Hanna now with a chance, good pass. High set on a back set, get it across. Again, Laredo Johnson able to play defense. Hanna now on the attack yet again. From the far side once again. Back row there to dig it. Good dig back there by Sepulveda. Back on the Hanna side. Now Johnson gets a chance to attack. Set it up near side. Spiked across to the back corner. And still alive. Great play back there by Alexandra Segura. Now a high pass off the net. Spiked across on the angle. Hanna, and a whistle blows in the middle of that. In the net is called. And that's anticlimactic on what was a long rally with a lot of defense played between the two teams. Now, out of all that, they're going to reset it. No points awarded. It was just a whistle. Well, now Hanna will be able to substitute. Anja Badia out. She got injured on that play, and that's what the official blew the whistle on. He didn't want to take a chance on someone getting hurt further. That's an ace in the back corner. 10-5 the score. So that's Angie Badia, the 5'7" junior hitter for Hanna. When I was talking to Coach about height, and he said lack of height, that was one of the players that he at least extended, saying, here's one of my hitters. How about I give you the height of her? So with her out, that takes a big tool away from Hanna. That's a spike off the block. And now Laredo Johnson suddenly up by 6. And the Lady Eagles, the coach is still instructing his players, but the more focus is on the trainers working back with their hitter. 11-5 score. Another point here by Johnson. You may see a timeout by the Lady Eagles. Hit across, free ball to work with for Johnson. Set it up on the near side, punched over that time by Bolanos. Ball on the Hanna side, big swing there, and that's a kill. Putting it down is Caitlin Flores. Watch here as Flores comes with a terrific approach. Got a good run at that, off the net a bit, and then put it away. Hanna serving, down 11-6. Substitution as the libero will check out. Alexander Segura on the bench for the Lady Eagles. Looked like that was Kara Hernandez that checked in. We'll check that. That's Isabella Garza, the 5'8 junior, now on the front row. 11-6 score. Johnson set it up in the middle. Swing punched up by Hanna to keep that alive. No one there for the pass. And a point to Laredo Johnson. They go up 12-6. Annalie Cruz just kind of got handcuffed there as that ball was hit right at her midsection. Able to keep it in play, but just no one there. Libero right back in the game for Hanna as Segura checks back in. Spike here by Castillo. Segura right there to play that. Off the second hit, Segura becomes the hitter from the back row. Played by Johnson. Set it across the way for Castillo again. This is out of bounds. 12-7 your score. Substitutions coming in for the Hanna Lady Eagles. Carla Soto checks back in. She'll serve, and then she'll immediately rotate forward to be the setter for the Lady Eagles. Serves it up. She'll stay on the back row momentarily. Johnson, that's off the net. It carries across, and a point off the hit of Kaylee Torres. 13-7 to score. Substitutions off the bench for Johnson as Shanley Cuevas checks in. Also, Kayla Sandoval exits the game. Camila Sandoval on the bench. Also checking out is Caroline Bolanos. Johnson to serve. This is Shanley Cuevas back there. Hanna on the return to serve. Set it up near side. That's too far off the hit. And Johnson extends back to now a 7-point lead. Biggest lead of the ball game here in game one of this best of three. Los Fresno's on the court next. They went 3-0 yesterday. We'll talk a little bit more about them on the fly here during this match. That's in the net. Hanna earns the serve. 14-8 your score. And the Lady Eagles will try to get back in this game. It's warmer in this gym than it was yesterday. Next matchup, Johnson stays on the floor, and Los Fresnos will play them. Great block at the net by the Lady Eagles. Played by Johnson on the cover. Lady Eagles set it up in the middle. Spike off the block. Good coverage that time by Torres to keep it in play. Spike on the angle, played by Hanna. Set it up on the far side. Tip to the back row, played by Johnson. Good chance here for them to score. Quick set, blocked by the Eagles, but into the net it goes. Johnson scores the point. Take a look here. The position was perfect for the block, but just a little off the net. And when you do that, you give that opening for the ball to do just that, and that is come off your hands, go directly straight down, and that stays on your side. 15-8 the score. Hanna can't return the serve, and now it's a 16-8 ball game, and Johnson ever so slightly building on the lead, which is now 8. Serve across, played by Hanna. Good pass, a set by Soto. Spike is blocked. Johnson recovers. That's in the net. 16-9 the score. Lady Eagles, they keep getting the side out and they get a chance to serve. Haven't built on any consecutive points. Kara Hernandez checks in on the front row for Hanna. Johnson, a miss hit on the pass, and the Lady Eagles score a point there. Reach double digits. They're at 10, still down 16-10. Alexander Segura is the server. Again, that's your libero for the Lady Eagles. Punched over. They'll play it on the Hanna side. Johnson on the attack. Set it up middle. Played by Hanna. A pass by Soto. The set to the middle. Good dig by Johnson back on the back row. Off the net this time for the kill. Lady Eagles are there to recover. Free ball coming up for Johnson. A quick pass. Set to the far side. Big swing. Down it goes. Biggest hit by the 5'11 sophomore Valeria Calvillo. And watch this. This comes with a pass first off the free ball. And your setter just puts it in position, and Calvillo does the rest. 17-10. Johnson on top. Back to serve is Madison Martinez. She's the libero for the Lady Wolves of Laredo Johnson. One of the seniors on this squad, and they got a bunch of them. Back to an 8-point lead for Laredo Johnson. Martinez to serve again. That's an ace. Back row thought that was going out, but take a look on the replay. You can see it. That just lands in. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back with more. This is the BISD volleyball tournament on the border by the sea. Back after this.
At Brownsville ISD, every journey starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD.
One team.
One dream.
Back here after the timeout, Laredo Johnson comes out on the floor first. They'll be serving here. Up 19-10. Hanna trying to regroup after the timeout. Set it far side. Laredo Johnson able to play that. Good back set. Hanna able to cover that. They'll set it up. That's a good play by Shanley Cuevas to keep that alive. Hanna playing it again up near the net. Big swing there. Put it away, Lady Eagles. Big swing that time by Annalie Cruz. Watch here. This is perhaps the best hit of the day for the Lady Eagles. Still down 8, though. Lady Eagles are going to have to make some kind of run here at some point sooner than later to get back in this game. Ayeli Camacho, a freshman, serves it up for Hanna. Back row attack. That's her libero being a hitter as Martinez sends it across. Hanna on the attack. Another big swing. This time that's off the net, played by Cuevas. Another swing this time by Calvillo, and that goes out of bounds. 19-12 your score. Lady Eagles could use about 4 or 5 points here in a row if they can get a string together off this serves by Camacho. Good dig. Lady Eagles can get a point out of this. Back set sent to the back row. Played by Johnson. A back set here near side. A hit by Sandoval. Kept alive by the Lady Eagles. Back on the Johnson side. A set by Cuevas. A swing by Calvillo. A dig by the Lady Eagles. We continue on this rally. Ball across. Johnson again on the attack. Quick set here in the middle. That is out of bounds. So the ladies, a little momentum. Lady Eagles, a little momentum off of winning that rally. And a 19-13 game. Still down 6. They could use 4 or 5 points here in a row. In reality, for the Lady Eagles. Calvillo puts it across. Hanna looking. Free ball here for Johnson. Quick pass, quick set, and a smash down by Calvillo. First of all, no one at the net for the block. Watch and see. Calvillo, she certainly has the hops to get above the net. And just the blocker, no one there to block that ball. Easy vision to hammer that one down. 20-13, Johnson on top. Lady Wolves serving. Camilla Sandoval on the serve. Hanna off the net. Free ball here to work with. Pass, send it across the way, a little off the net. Calvillo has to adjust. Played by Hanna. Another free ball coming up. Quick set at the net. Same result. Valeria Calvillo puts it away. Again, I want to show you this on the replay. When you got a hitter like this and no blockers in front of her, blocker real late getting over there, that's pretty much money in the bank off of her hits. Short serve in the net. First service there for Laredo Johnson. Hanna will check in as Caitlin Flores checks in on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Deep serve. Good pass from the back row. Hanna with a good chance here to get a point. Center set, past the blockers. Dug by Johnson. They'll back set it here near side. Played on the Hanna side and miscommunication. Alexander Segura, the libero, was coming up for that ball. Ran into her own player. And the Lady Eagles give up another point. They can ill afford to trade points here at this venture of the game. Down 8. Aylin Sepulveda back to serve for Laredo Johnson. Lady Eagles send it up near the net, set it up, in the net it goes. 2 away, Laredo Johnson now from capturing game 1 here in this best of 3. Next up, Los Fresno and Johnson, then Hanna takes on Rio Hondo. They string games all the way up and down the clock today to an eventual 3 o'clock start of the final game. Johnson set it up, spike across. Looking for the game winner here, and that is it. Laredo Johnson wins game 1, 25-14. Timeout on the floor. We'll have game 2 right after this. This is On the Border by the Sea, the BISD 2026 version of high school volleyball tournament.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almost College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades, TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. A long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
At Tortilleria Ibáñez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD's Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Back here as we get ready for game number 2. This is a best of 3. Right now, Laredo Johnson winning game 1, 25-14. We do have games throughout the day here. Hanna Johnson, Los Fresnos, then Johnson. Hanna and Rio Hondo later on. Hanna takes on Los Fresnos. Rio Hondo plays Johnson, and Los Fresnos takes on Rio Hondo in the finale. Then we get to bracket play tomorrow. Right back with serve 1 of game 2 in set 1. Back after this.
Seems like you'll do anything for your clients.
Anything.
Would you get a face tattoo?
What do y'all think?
Looks good, boss.
Yeah, watch it.
Back here, an extended break for the Hanna Lady Eagles as Coach took some extra time to talk to the team to send them out. He knows the importance of this match right here between this Laredo Johnson team and his own team. Both went 2-1 yesterday, and a 2-1 today would most likely guarantee you're in the gold bracket tomorrow, which is a goal for all of these teams. Johnson serving, they're going right to left as you look on the screen. And here we go, scoreless ball game, game 2 of a best of 3. Johnson set it up on a back set off the net, tipped by the Lady Eagles, punched up, and that is out of bounds. Didn't cross the baton. Johnson on top, 1-0. Camilla Sandoval serving to start this game. Hanna set it up across the way. Spike blocked right back at you. Point Laredo Johnson. And earlier I showed you a block attempt. Watch here as the two blockers are close enough to the net that the ball coming off their hands goes on the Hanna side. And when that does that, that lands on your opponent's side. Much better opportunity to score points. Quick 3-0 lead for Johnson now here in game 2. They jumped out to that 6-point lead early on in game 1 and really never let go. 4-0 out of the gate, and this after the Hanna coach took extra time to talk to his team before he sent them out. Play across to the Lady Eagles this time. It's off the net, diving play, nothing doing. Point scored for Hanna. Again, the storyline for the Lady Eagles is that Angie Badia, one of their primary hitters, went out of the game in game 1 with an apparent ankle injury. She now is left the trainers and is over on the bench, but still carrying her shoe, and I don't expect her to return back to this game. There she is as she's walking away. Again, the pace at which she's walking indicates maybe, but I'm not certain. They spent a lot of time over there with the trainers. Whistle in the net, Johnson. Point Hanna. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Lady Eagles to serve. Alexandra Segura back at the service line. Meanwhile, they brought in Annalie Cruz on the front line for the Hanna Lady Eagles. That's off the net, still score the point. Another big hit by Valeria Calvillo. Calvillo establishing that she is a force when she rotates across that front line for the Johnson Lady Wolves. At 5'11", just a sophomore. Now checking in, front row, Alba Ayala, another 5'10" sophomore. Height advantage Johnson if you're going straight height between these two teams. Calvillo off the net, gets it across. Hanna, send it far side. Off the blockers, diving play, nothing doing. Hanna scores the point. 6-3 your score. Lady Eagles hoping they can get back in this early and not allow Johnson to, and what was the case in the first game, just edge out. They would side out, they would add a point. They would get a point and then give up a point. So it was a 2-for-1 deal until they ballooned out to that 8-point lead and then stretched it further. Hanna with a serve. Across. Another swing, another kill, and that's Valeria Calvillo yet again. No answer right now for Valeria Calvillo for Johnson. Substitutions for Johnson checking in. Camila Sandoval enters the game. She'll serve. Also checking in is Leslie Nieto, a junior. She'll be on the front row for Laredo Johnson. 7-3 ball game. Hanna, pass up near the net, has to be punched over by the setter, Camacho. Johnson, go right back to Calvillo. That is out of bounds. Unchecked at the net. She just didn't get on top of that ball enough. Still had the power to thunder that hit, but you're not on top of it, it carries out. Hanna sends over a free ball for Johnson to work with. Go right back to Calvillo. Tips it past the blockers, scored the point. She caught Camacho on the back row, just a little off balance. And why not? When you're expecting big swing after big swing, and then suddenly you go with that changeup, and you're on the back row, it's difficult to make the adjustment and come in on that slower hit. Free ball here for Johnson. Pass near the net. High set in the middle. That's off the net and a point to Hanna. Elena Castillo at the net. Same deal, just didn't get on top of the ball at the peak of that set. And she made the contact. She was already led her even with the top of the net. Confusion at the scorer's table as the official goes over there to ensure that the rotation is correct for Laredo Johnson. Sometimes this can take a while as they sort it out. We'll be right back after this.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Kenny Perez Law Firm, just one of our sponsors here on the RSL in network. And hey, fans, if you have a business, if you know someone that has a business that needs to benefit from gaining 5 million impressions a month, well, then have them reach out. We have space available for you, especially as football season starts out and we really get rolling into the multi-sports that is the fall session of high school sports. We also have some college sports on the horizon on the broadcast schedule. And so if your business is looking for somewhere to get the word out and get in front of individuals, certainly we are a choice that you can make. Reach out and we'll be happy to meet with you. I can come meet with you personally if needed. Victor, Ashlyn, our other individuals working diligently trying to get the sales in position to assist us in being able to broadcast expanded coverage. It's all about that. If we had the ad space and the individuals contributing from a marketing perspective, then we could be out there covering many games beyond what we already do. I told you that was going to be an extended break as they tried to sort things out at the scorers table. They're still working on it. We'll be right back with the serve after this.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
At Brownsville ISD, every journey starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD.
One team.
One dream.
Finally got things sorted out. We resume play with Laredo Johnson on top 9-5. Lady Wolves on the right side, Lady Eagles of Hanna on the left side if you're just joining us. Laredo Johnson won the first game 25-14. Hanna trailing by 5 now here in game 2. Johnson stays on the floor. They'll take on Los Fresnos. I hear the Lady Falcons behind me already getting warmed up and loosened up, ready to go. They didn't put point number 10 on the scoreboard just yet. So I'll go ahead and match the scoreboard in the gym at this point in time. 9-5 the score. In the net, Laredo Johnson. And Hanna will score that. It's a 9-6 game. As the Lady Eagles bring in Carla Soto back into serve. Not many seniors on this Hanna team. You got Stephanie Cruz, Caitlin Esparza, Veronica Medina, Annalie Cruz, and that's it. Everything else is underclassmen, including some sophomores on this team and a freshman on the Hanna Lady Eagles. Once again, communication between the floor judge and the scorers table on who's supposed to be where, and they're looking at Laredo Johnson, and they spent most of that last extended break trying to get that sorted out then. Now there's even more confusion. I'm telling you, I know this enough. This could take a while. We'll be right back. I'll keep it on a split screen so you can see. You won't miss any action. Back after this.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almost College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades, TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
We got things sorted out. Back to action. They did add that point to Laredo Johnson on the scoreboard. And so with that point scored there, it is a 11-7 game. And here comes substitutes into the game for Laredo Johnson. And we hope that everything is correct at the scores table. It appears it is. A serve by Shanley Cuevas, and now we're back in the flow. Hanna gets it over. Lady Wolves set it up near side. On the front row is Castillo here near side. On the far side, that's Kayla Sandoval. She had that hit blocked. Hanna, good chance here for the Lady Eagles. Center set. Good dig back there by Sepulveda of Laredo Johnson. Off the net, Sandoval sends it over. Hanna, free ball for Johnson. Good pass. High set in the middle. And the kill goes down. Caitlin Gonzalez. Much like the other big hits, it all starts with a pass and then a high lofted set. When you don't have a lot of height at the net to block, those are just about guarantees. On point scored. 5-point lead for Johnson. Good dig back there. The libero, Alexandra Segura, continues to play tough for the Hanna Lady Eagles. This one's tipped over. Two players got in the way for Hanna. They'll send it off, and that's out of bounds. Just a little off the same page. A couple of Lady Eagles got tangled up trying to chase down that second hit. 6-point lead, that's an ace. 7-point lead now for Laredo Johnson. Hanna trying to get sorted out who's going to rotate where as this serve plays out. That's up near the net, no chance. 15-7 the lead, and Hanna's going to have to take a timeout and talk it over. They lost the first one. Lady Eagles talking it over. Lady Wolves right there on your screen in control. This is On the Border by the Sea. Back after this.
Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Back here as we get set for game 2 to resume here. 15-7 is your score. Laredo Johnson won the first one, leading here in game 2 and serving with that 8-point lead. Back in play. Hanna, that pass up over the net, and a missed chance there for the Lady Wolves. Kaylee Torres, the 5'9" senior, saw that pass come across the net. Oftentimes a hitter, their eyes will light up. That's just as good a set as you'll get. She just mishit it. Lady Eagles down 7. Johnson, get it across. Hanna plays it. Set it up near the net. Spike double block right back at you. Hanna keeps that alive. Now Johnson scrambling. Back set off the net. Another good play by Segura on the back row for the Lady Eagles. Free ball here for Johnson. Quick pass, quick set, tip past the blockers. Covered that time by Esparza. That's Caitlin Esparza on the front row for Hanna. Ball punched and nothing doing. Point scored. Johnson wins a long rally. Both teams with stellar defensive plays to keep that rally going. Checking in, Sofia Gonzalez checks in for Johnson. She'll rotate back to serve. To the front row for Hanna, Kara Hernandez checks in. Hernandez, a junior, wearing number 13. 8-point lead, though. This is much like game one, in which Johnson got the lead and then just edged out. A couple of points at a time. Before they knew it, the Lady Eagles were down double digits. And then in the blink of an eye, the game was over. A good block that time up front by Garza. Johnson attacks again. Pass by Hernandez. Play by Segura. Back on the Johnson side. Set it up near side. Hanna trying to get some kind of attack out of this. Free ball here. Quick pass, quick center set, and down on the back row. Kill that time by Liam Castaneda. And watch this again. The pass right on the money. Your setter has lots of options there. And with a big hitter right there in front. No blockers to contest that. And a 17-8 Johnson lead. Hanna set it up off the net. Off the block this time, score the point. (17-9). That time, the Hanna Lady Eagles saw the blockers in position. I talked about how close to the net you can be as a blocker. If your hitter can approach with an angle, knowing you're that close, then they can take advantage of the hit. Ball over the blockers there. Tipped and scored. Hanna cuts it to back to 7. 17-10 lead. Segura sends it with a short serve. Hanna, can they get a hit out of this? Nothing doing. Tipped over. Johnson will set it up. Near side, that's Torres. Hanna set it up near side. Tip back over. Johnson attacking again. Center set this time. Defense is right there for the Lady Eagles as Hernandez keeps it in play. Whistle. 4 hits called on Hanna. That all started when Hernandez, kind of off balance, was able to get that ball up. As the Lady Eagles give up the point. Back to serve is Madison Martinez for Johnson. Hanna set it up on the far side, tipped over the blockers, score the point. Nice recognition there by Veronica Medina. This is more or less a backhand on the hit. As you watch on the replay, the approach comes. Yeah, she just kind of leaned over into that and got it across for the point. 18-11 your score. Hanna's been trailing throughout this game, trailed all of game one as well. Camacho serves it. That's a freshman back in the game, serving for Hanna. Off the blocker, score the point. Johnson gets it right back, earning the serve. Alba Ayala, 5'10" sophomore on the front row with the hit. Johnson ready to go here. A lot of freshmen in the game, including here. Eliam Castaneda is a freshman serving for Johnson. Hanna, good pass, set by Camacho, tipped over the blockers. Diving play back there for Johnson to keep that in play. Ball back on the Hanna side. Good high pass there for Johnson, set it up near side, back in the game, and you can hear by the impact. Calvillo able to put it away. Hanna right there to play it. Lady Eagles get the serve. Have to recognize that Calvillo is now in the game. She's off the net here as she sends it across. Hanna plays it over. That's in. Score the point. And that's what the Lady Eagles need to do. They need to reverse this and start going at least 2 for 1. Realistically, 3 for 1 before they give up the serve. Deep serve here, carries out of bounds. So a service there. Opens back up a 7-point lead for Laredo Johnson. Aylin Sepulveda, a senior, checks back in to serve for the Lady Wolves. Swings this across. Pass up over the net. 2 players there, score the point for Laredo Johnson. Watch on the replay. Again, I talk about hitters and how their eyes will light up. Well, we missed the serve, but there it is, and they'll put it down for the point. 21-13 your score. Short serve played by Hanna. Lady Eagles off the net, off the block. Ball up near the net. Johnson elects to go for the set, and why not? Calvillo able to put it away. 22-13. You got some options when the ball's really close to the net. Could have went up and hit that, but why not pass and then set up this? Well approached hit. Calvillo hasn't missed many. Back set this time. That hit goes out of bounds. Hanna with another life. But down 8 at 22-14. The Lady Eagles need to score 5 or 6 points in a row here just to have a breath of life. Good pass, good set. Calvillo had to misadjust her step, so that time it was Castillo on the approach. And a point scored by Johnson. Lady Wolves up 23-14. Late substitution as Kaylee Torres checks in on the front row. Hanna with a good pass. Sends it to the back row. That carries out of bounds. So Johnson a point away from sweeping this. They won the first one 25-14. And now in position to end this early. Hanna working the ball across. Johnson. Good pass, good set, and Hanna keeps that alive momentarily. Ball back on the Johnson side. High set, big swing. Calvillo right there to dig it for Hanna. Once again, Segura makes a big play. Johnson again set it up center this time. That spike carries out of bounds. 24-15. On one hand, Hanna earns the serve. On the other, now you have to be ready, because a good pass off this return of serve most likely is going to set up some type of big swing by Laredo Johnson. Serve is good. The pass a little off balance, off the net. That spike off the blockers. Hanna could score off the back row hit. Cross it goes. Count it. Watch here as you see the pass. Everything established off the net. And then nobody in the center of the court to cover it. 24-16. Hanna again has to be ready. A good pass off this return of serve. Could be trouble. That's an ace. 24-17. Lady Eagles to within 7. And how much can they get as far as production on the serving from Ayali Camacho? Check that. That's Carla Soto back there. Soto sends it across again. Set up here, spike blocked by the Lady Eagles. Score the point. Off a double block, but Hanna not going away yet. Isabella Garza right there. 24-18. Better pass this time. Look out. Back set. Tipped over the blockers. Hanna there to cover that. Set it up off the net. Tipped over the blockers. Johnson there to play that. Off the net, spike. Punched up. Nice job by Hanna. Tipped over. Look out here. Good set. Good pass. Hanna there to dive. Can't cover it. Ball game over. 25-18 your final score. And Laredo Johnson gets the sweep. That's your final play here. Thought maybe it would be a big swing, just a well-placed hit. And despite the effort, no chance to get there for the Lady Eagles. Welcome to our post-game show, brought to you by the City of South Padre Island and by Texas Southmost College. Again, they don't give us much time between games, so I'm going to make it a very short post-game and name our player of the game right here and now. It's going to be Valeria Calvillo, the hitter for Laredo Johnson. She was instrumental in just controlling the net, if you will. When she was up there, no answer when she got a good set, and she put it away consistently. Johnson stays on the floor. Their next opponent, Los Fresnos Lady Falcons. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. I'm Joe Bowling, my wife Dahlia on the camera. From this time till next time, so long. And welcome back to another ball game here on the RSLN Network. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. We are at the On the Border by the Sea 2026 BISD Volleyball Tournament